Our speaker this evening is Auret Esselin. Auret is a full-time creative and YouTuber with a passion for helping entrepreneurs grow their business and establish a solid online presence. Auret is also a digital designer and a performing artist. Vancouver Business Network and most welcome guests, I invite you now to put your hands together and give Auret Esselin a warm VBN welcome.
Thank you very much, Roger. Thank you. And thank you for the warm welcome, everybody. All right, so I have two goals for you today. Two things. Number one is to demonstrate the power of what YouTube can do for you and your business. And the second thing is we'll get into those specific strategies, which is what you came here for. But I don't feel that those specific strategies would be worth its weight if I didn't actually describe the significance of what they can do for you by putting them into action. I want you to come out of this presentation with some concrete action steps. I want you to go home and either be inspired to start up your YouTube channel or to say, okay, I'm going to set time for filming one video every 2 weeks, even just some sort of concrete goals to get you going. So this picture that you see up on the screen here is a screenshot of our YouTube channel. It's called essetinoartists. And not very many people know how to spell that or get confused when they hear it. So we decided to purchase a domain with iamdreamdriven.com. So if you go straight to iamdreamdriven.com, it'll take you directly to the YouTube channel. And that's really our tagline, is dare to be dream driven, right? We are full-time creative entrepreneurs and YouTubers, but we had no idea that this is where life would take us. If you asked us back in school, I run this business and the channel with my business partner, Jewel Tolentino, and we were on completely different tracks before. So I was actually on the path to becoming a doctor. I was taking science courses and pre-med requisites to get into med school. And I was, you know, all I knew was school and studying. I come from a very academic background, and the approved careers of choice were lawyer, engineer, and doctor. So that's what I ended up going, you know, following that kind of path. And then I realized that it's, you know, you go to school for a certain number of years to prepare for this thing called life. And you should feel excited for that life that you are preparing for. But I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that at all. I was actually quite terrified, to be honest. And what I really loved doing is more of the creative side of things. I loved being around other creative entrepreneurs. And particularly music was a big calling, is still a big calling to me today. So, you know, this whole channel that we created is about helping other creative entrepreneurs do what they love for a living, grow their business online, and make more money, and just be happy and have fun. That's what life is about, is to have fun. So that is kind of where YouTube has taken me, because I had to start a channel to really put myself out there. Nobody knew that I could sing or that I even wanted to, because the thought of even sharing that with someone terrified me at the time. And I decided to do that because of two main milestones. One was, by the way, Jewel's life in parallel. She was on the way to becoming a Filipino nurse. The stereotype upholds, because all Filipinos do something in the care aid hospital, you know, taking care industry. So she was kind of having this life in parallel with me as well. And so we were both kind of unsettled with what was going on. And she discovered the book, The Secret. How many people here have heard of the book, The Secret? Okay, most of this room. So Jewel doesn't really like to read much back then. She reads now. She listens to audiobooks more now. But she was very attracted to this book because it looked all medieval, and it had this like really classy melted wax stamp on it, and it was just very calling to her. So that's the only reason that she picked it up. She had no idea what it was about. And after she read that, she told me to read it. it was like shades were lifted off of her face, because for the whole time, we had really realized that we were living this scripted life. It was very much according to a script. And we always felt like things were happening to us. The world was happening to us. But after we read that book, we realized that we had that power to control everything that's happening outside of us. We have the power to create our own script and to design that life that we want. After she read that book, she decided that she wanted to become an entrepreneur. And I had for me, I had no interest in business whatsoever. But the second thing that happened was a coworker had invited me to a business networking event, quite like this one. And like I said, I had no interest in it whatsoever, but I knew Jewel had put it out there that she was interested in business. So I said, okay, this thing, like my coworker invited me to this thing, let's go to this business networking group. And we did. And from that, we were introduced into so many different influences, new ideas, this whole world of being your own boss and, designing your own day-to-day and doing what you love. So that's really what started everything. And I said, okay, I'm going to pursue my career in music. And we had to learn how to do all of this ourselves, how to market online, how to start a YouTube channel. That was the main thing, was creating video and putting it out there. And it really allowed me to practice more of my craft and get better at it, as well as sharing it with other people. So I was actually, I released my first album. I went on tour, on a national tour across Canada, from Victoria to Halifax. We did 12 cities in 14 days. It was just all a dream come true. And from that, new opportunities start to come out, because people were seeing what we were creating in terms of video online and putting that out there. And the label that I was working with at the time said, you guys are doing some great marketing work. We want to bring you on as the social media experts on our label to do this for other artists on the roster. So it can create new opportunities like that, new kinds of opportunities for business, for money, for practicing your craft. And it also establishes a certain sense of credibility, right? Because you're constantly putting yourself out there, talking on your topic, and it allows you to really set yourself up to collaborate with other people and other influencers as well. This is how we managed to connect with people like Danielle Laporte. How many people have heard of Danielle Laporte? She's an influencer in the personal development space, also very much in the creative space as well. Wrote a book called The Desire Map, which I read and really admired. So lots of cool things come out of that. It also, to a certain degree, has made our business passive. Not our entire business is passive, but in a certain sense, it has created passive income for us, but also in the way that it's set up is that it's a system, it's a marketing system that feeds into the rest of our business. So this allows us to travel more, to take more vacations, and to, actually in October, this past October, we went on a 3-week trip to Israel, Berlin, London, Amsterdam, just enjoying life and also sharing that with other people as well, because we want to also, our channel is a tutorial-based channel, so we teach people how to do a lot of different things, but we also like to share our personal adventures and that kind of side so people connect with us. And that's really what video allows you to do, is it allows people to connect with each other on a different level than a picture or words will. This was actually one really cool thing that I want to share with you before we look at numbers and analytics, is, remember how I said Jewel really loved the book The Secret? She actually created a video on our channel explaining her experience and how this book completely changed her life. And Rhonda Byrne, the author of The Secret, her team saw this video and sent it to Rhonda. And Rhonda loved it so much that she actually ended up sending Jewel her book, her next book, How the Secret Changed My Life. Jewel, actually, she loved that so much, she had no idea. She was like, oh, cool, Rhonda's sending me her next book because she saw this video. Excellent, good promo stuff, right? But when she opened it, she saw this personal note that Rhonda had written, and she was completely like, it's emotional when, you know, someone who has completely changed your life talks to you specifically, to you directly on that level. It created such a big impact. So unexpected opportunities like this that you would never really think of or can't even fathom can come into your life. And to summarize everything, it's really, the more you put yourself out there on video, I know it's scary, I know it's a time-consuming project, and it's you're being vulnerable. But from you doing that, you're attracting people into your world. You're attracting opportunities into your life. You're creating change. You're practicing your passion, your dream. And that can go so many different ways for you. So that's kind of the power of YouTube. There's many different things which I don't have time for, but that's kind of a little taste of that. We started our YouTube channel in 2011, but we didn't actually focus on growing it until 2015. So that was kind of like our beginning year for YouTube, is 2015. That was when, you know, social media all came out, all these different platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and we wanted to be on everything. Everyone told you to be on all those platforms at once in order to make an impact. But really, we found that we weren't making any impact on any of them because we were spreading ourselves too thin, trying to post here and there, throwing up a video once in a while. And these words were passed along to me by one of my mentors, is simplify to amplify. So take a look at what's working for you and really focus in on that. What is creating the most impact in your business? And we found, even though we were throwing up a video here and there on YouTube, it had created more of an impact than the quantity. Like, we put way more posts out on Facebook and Twitter, but this over here, these videos, we were receiving comments from people saying, thank you so much, is exactly what I was looking for, you helped me. You know, we felt more of that impact through video. So we were like, okay, we need to kind of, let's see what happens here. We should amp this up. So we started to release more than one video, we started to release one video a week, more than once every random time, right? And then about mid-2015, we received a call, or we received an email from YouTube. And they were saying, hey, we noticed that you guys are putting effort into growing this, and we want to offer you a 3-call mentorship for 30 minutes each call. Would you be interested? And at first we were like, is this a scam? We did not believe it. I remember Jewel Googling like the person's name and everything to see if it was real. And it was. And it was really kind of like the foundation for what would start in terms of what we would end up doing in the following years on our YouTube channel. The main takeaway, and I'm going to share with you what was taught to me. The main takeaway is that, yes, you do have to be consistent in your uploading, as well as your audience needs to know that you're coming out with a video on this day of the week and this time. So communicate that to them. If you can do one video a week or one every 2 weeks, communicate that to them. Tell them, I'm going to come out with a video on this topic every Wednesday at 9 a.m. and let them know. You have to create that kind of publishing schedule, just like, you know, when you loved a TV show and you knew that the next episode would come out on Wednesdays because you would expect it. That keeps you engaged with the content. So that was the main thing, is be consistent with the day and time that you release the video. And a bunch of other things were shared as well, which we will talk about. But just to show you, before we implemented these strategies, this right here is a graph is a snapshot of 1 year. That's the year of 2015, and our growth in that year, or lack thereof. So we, in that year, had accumulated 160,000 views on our channel. So it's not total, right? It's just in that year. We had accumulated over 7,000 watch time hours we had accumulated 533 subscribers. We gained 533 subscribers in that year. And we had an ad revenue of about $500 US, which is around $658 Canadian. So YouTube will always show you those figures in US dollars. So that's just ad revenue. That's just the kind of, that's the revenue that comes in from when you monetize your channel and you have like ads playing in the beginning or in the middle or at the end, and someone watches it or clicks on it, then you get cents, you get a piece of that, right? And so that's, the channel made about 500 US in that year. Now, after we implemented these strategies, this is a snapshot of our channel analytics just before I came here tonight, or a few days before. So we've gained 1.4 million views in the past year, in the past 365 days, over 74,000 watch hours, over 8,000 subscribers, 8,300 subscribers gained in this year, in the past 365 days, and around $14,800 Canadian in ad revenue. So to us, ad revenue is kind of like a bonus of what we are doing, because we kind of, that's how our business is structured. But to some people who start a channel, this can be a full-time annual income. You can make a lot more. It's just, again, dependent on the type of content you have and your audience as well. So what did we do differently to grow our channel? So the first thing, which I've hammered in a few times already, and I know this is what a lot of people struggle with. This is what is preventing a lot of people from even coming on the platform or doing it consistently, is the fact that they have to do it consistently. You can't look at it as a challenge, you can't look at it as something that's going to prevent you from doing it, or as a challenge or a time bomb or something like that. You have to look at it as an opportunity for growth, as a challenge to yourself, an investment in your business. Yes, it does take time, but the more you do it, it won't take that much time. You'll get better at it. You'll practice more and you'll get better at it. And what we found has really helped us in terms of that time saving, how to keep up with producing videos, is batching our production. So that means how many ever videos you commit to in a month, if it's one video a week, let's say, so that's 4 videos a month, film them all at once. Take one day to film 4 videos. Then the next day, edit those videos. And then you can either upload them all on that same day or do it the next day. So batch your production. And that's what's really going to help you set yourself up for success and stay on top of things. Because it's just so stressful to think about releasing a video tomorrow. You know, you have to do that. You have to film, you have to edit. It's hard to keep up with it. And no wonder, like, it's hard to stay consistent when you do it that way. So batch your production. So first question you have to ask yourself is, how many videos can I release on my channel realistically? And be honest with yourself. Even if it's 1 every 2 weeks, or even if it's 1 every 3 weeks, just get started with 1 every X number of weeks, or 1 a month, or whatever it is. Be real with yourself and commit to that and stick with it. And then from there, you can start to add more videos. The more you get the hang of filming and editing and putting it up online, it's going to become easier for you. It will. And if you find that you don't like it too, of course, make sure you outsource what you don't like and come to the next talk for David, so next week, because he'll definitely help you out with that. Another thing that you can do is having a theme for each day. So if you are releasing more than 1 video a week, let's just say it's 2, then find a way to kind of look at your business and say, or look at your channel and say, what categories or themes can I create for Monday? And what theme can I set for Wednesday? So that it will be easier for you to come up with those ideas. If you know you have to come up with an idea for, let's just say, mindset stuff, or if you want to come up with a theme for a day for video editing, it'll be so much easier for you to come up with those video ideas if you set those themes to the days, and then again, batch your production. So film all of your videos at once, edit them all at once, and release it. That's really going to help you set yourself up for success. I'll take questions at the end. Is that okay? Just to get through all of this content. So for us, we release about 4 to 5 videos a week on our channel, and there is no way we would be able to do that if we don't use these tips that I'm sharing with you, batching our production. We have different themes for our days as well, which I can talk about later, but I want to get to the next slide here. Number 2 is focusing on high quality content. So I put that consistency as number 1 because I don't want you to get stuck on, oh, it has to be the best production ever with HD quality and like, it has to be the best, because that's going to just cause procrastination. It's going to overwhelm you. You're not going to want to do it unless you're a video guy. But it's really like, this is number 2. So after you've gotten the hang of producing consistently, then you can focus on producing high quality content. And I'm talking not about the production, but the content. So really giving a ton of free value in our videos. That's something that we do. Our channel is kind of, it's structured in a way that produces evergreen tutorials, and evergreen means that this video has a long shelf life. People will continue to watch it over and over again because it's something that teaches you how to throw a banner up on YouTube or how to get more subscribers. It's something that someone can watch over and over again, right? We still have videos on our channel from 2016 that are still producing ad revenue for us. So that's evergreen kind of content. You can try throwing up something that's like trending, like talking about the trends, or going after the viral video market, right? But understand that that has a shorter lifespan. You know, if you're a vlogger and you produce, you throw out a vlog episode, someone typically will watch it once, typically, and then expect you to come out with the next episode. So you can structure your channel in different ways. There's different types of contents that you can come up with. Our channel, the way that we structured it is that it's really showcasing our brand and the whole dream-driven thing, doing what you love. So under that whole umbrella is marketing tutorials, making money online, personal stories, things that have inspired us, all that kind of stuff. So keep in mind that you don't want to box yourself in too much by starting a channel on one specific topic, because unless you want to, those kinds of channels also perform very differently than ours, but these are the types of things that you kind of need to take into account. And high quality content also means being authentic. I know this is kind of like cliche, be yourself, but we've seen so many channels that get started and they feel like they need to be this other person, so they tend to up their charisma and everything, and then that channel dies out. They're following just kind of like, they don't feel like that's congruent with who they are. So then that kind of stops you. You are going to have other channels doing what you do. You are not a silo in your industry. Other people are going to be creating content like you. However, what's going to make you stand out is your personality. So don't try to be like your competitor, is my advice to you. These are some channels that we have coached one-on-one and mentored. This is a product channel, just to give you an example. They release product reviews, so he's very entertaining and like promotional as well, right? He's promoting different products. This is Kevin Burciaga. He helps people with eating disorders. Particularly, he had like a binging, purging eating disorder, so he talks a lot about that, his personal story, that kind of thing. This is another channel that we have mentored recently, starting a channel on all things disaster. So talking about how to overcome natural disasters. Like, you can start a channel on anything you want, anything. and you will have an audience for it. So I want to put that out there, because don't feel like you're not sure whether people will come into your world and watch it because there's other people doing that kind of stuff out there. It's not true. You're going to stand out in your own way. So the third thing is understanding how to rank your videos. Those first two things, high quality content and consistent and frequency of videos, is the foundation. So if you don't take anything else out of this presentation except those two things to succeed on YouTube, that is number one and number two. Everything else is now what you can improve on to grow that channel even further. So most of our traffic that comes into our YouTube channel is all organic. And that means that when someone types in something into the search engine, onto Google or on YouTube, our videos will pop up on the first page. And this is because we really understood how to rank our videos, how to optimize our videos. Part of this process is, watching the video in front of you, the video that you just produced, and asking yourself, what would someone type into the search engine to come across this video? And you need to do research on those keywords, or that question, or whatever it is that you type into that search engine. So you're going to research how much demand is there for that. Are people actually searching for that? As well as how many videos are already out there on that topic. And before, we used Google Keyword Planner, meaning like we had to look at all these numbers to determine whether there's demand for it, competition. But now there's really a lot of amazing tools out there. We use TubeBuddy, which is a Chrome extension that you can just add on to your browser. And TubeBuddy does a lot of other cool things for your channel. It's basically like a supercharger for your channel. They help you with creating thumbnails and giving you stats and responding to comments, automating a bunch of processes. But the one thing that I love using is their Keyword Explorer, because you can do your keyword research really easily. You type that phrase in, you hit Explore, and boom, it gives you a score right away, letting you know whether that specific phrase is good for your channel to rank for. Because it's different. If you just do a general optimization search of how good this phrase is, it might not be specific to your channel, because every channel is different. You might be a new channel just starting out. You might be a channel that's producing 5 videos a week. Everybody is at a different level in terms of SEO juice on their channel. So this tells you right away whether your specific channel can rank for that keyword phrase. So I use this tool all the time. And we're actually in the process of releasing a course on SEO, YouTube SEO with TubeBuddy. So that's coming out later this year. But there's a whole process with that. But just taking a step, again, to learn a new skill and to bring more people into your channel. Again, don't get overwhelmed by all of this. It's all like one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. The next thing that was really helpful in terms of uplifting our channel is creating more activity on the channel by being responsive. So responding to every single comment that we get on the channel was really important, especially when we first started out. Now we get hundreds of comments, so it's really hard to keep up with, but we'll try to respond to them as much as we can. We read all of them. But in the beginning, when you're growing your channel, respond to every single person. Create a conversation with them too. Don't just say, if they're giving you a compliment, don't just say thank you. Ask a question about them to create more conversation on the channel. And also respond to feedback. Respond to what people are saying. And you can also use what they're saying as new content ideas for your channel. So if someone is asking you a question on how to do something, something wasn't clear in the video, then go ahead and take that question, create a video on your channel. And then once that video is up, give them the link, go back to that comment, post that link in that comment and say, hey, I created this for you, and they will love you for it and very much appreciate it. And of course, reviewing your analytics and doing more of what's working. So we released, or I filmed a video on Etsy talking about the fees associated with selling on Etsy. So if you're an e-commerce creative business, you have heard of Etsy. And I put that on the channel, not really, you know, thinking that I was going to create more videos out of it, but that video did so well. And so many people were responding to it, asking more Etsy questions. So of course, I'm going to create more content for our audience relating to that, doing more of what's working. Number 5 is giving clear call to actions. So you know how whenever you watch a video and someone's like, please like, comment, and subscribe. They're doing that not because they're just repeating what everyone else is saying, I hope, but they're doing that because you have to tell people what you want them to do and be clear about it. So don't just assume that they know to subscribe or to, you know, like the video. You got to tell them, be direct with them. You can do this in many different ways. Say it in the video, put in the description. This is something that we created is we created a video that is made of 4 videos. And you're nodding because I think you've seen this before. So we were kind of like dancing around to a cool song, waving these pieces of paper. And when you watch it as a whole, it says, click here to subscribe. And it just, again, when someone watches that, you can get creative with this. It's a good feeling. It makes them smile. And hopefully it gets them to subscribe. So that's something that you could do. Tell people, again, directly in the video as well. And another call to action that you can give them is to continue learning from you. So let them know that you're going to be putting a related video. Like this is called an end screen. So that Etsy video that you see up there is a related video. And we specifically put that there because this video is Etsy tips for making more money. And so we know that if you're watching this video about Etsy, you're going to probably want to learn about the cost of selling on Etsy. So we put that as a recommended video right there, again, telling people to watch the related video. And that adds more watch time to your channel, which YouTube really loves. They love watch time. So the more that you can get people to stay on your channel and watch your content, you know, the more that's going to just add to that whole SEO juice on your channel. Number 6 is, again, focus on improving one thing at a time. So I can put all of these things as numbers, work on thumbnails, upgrade gear, but the truth is that all of this is going to be super overwhelming if you think about all of the individual things that you need to do while starting on a channel. And it's not going to be realistic for you to try doing it all at once. So set yourself one milestone every month and say, okay, this month I'm going to focus on improving my thumbnails. Or this month I'm going to just get my first video up, right? Thumbnails are really important, by the way, because that's what people see first when they show up in the search engine. So you want to capture people into your world with an intriguing thumbnail. So that's something you can work on. Gear, you don't need crazy gear to start a YouTube channel. So it really depends what kind of channel you're starting. But if you're someone who's just thinking of, you know, talking in front of the camera, all you need is a webcam and maybe an external mic if the mic on your laptop isn't that great. And you can get one of those USB mics that you can just plug into your laptop. And again, I can send you this information if you like. We have a whole list of gear for different types of filming setups that you want to do. So let me know if you're interested in that. But don't try to like get the craziest, most expensive gear all at once, right? Just focus on what you need to do. And then, you know, for us, we knew that we started off just with a really, really crappy webcam on our laptop filming those videos. And then one little bit at a time, we're like, okay, we need this mic because audio is crap. And then we upgraded the webcam to an HD webcam. Again, little milestones, little steps here and there. We also wanted to share our travel adventures with other people, so that's when we decided to get a GoPro. And then, you know, so one thing at a time, where you see the need, and if you have the budget for that, you know, that's when you get it. Don't try to get all of the gear at once. Maybe one thing you want to work on is speaking on camera, so maybe your speaking skills and getting better at speaking. I started off with full scripts for my videos because I'm kind of crazy like that, where I like to see everything on the paper. But you know, over time you don't need that. anymore. If you're just cool with winging it, which is what Jewel does, she's a winger. She just like goes at it and everything just flows really nicely. Now I use point form sometimes. So what really helps me is just knowing the topic of my video and just writing a few points here and there. And so every often I can, I'm speaking on the camera, and then every so often I look down a piece of paper, pause, and then come back and talk to it. And then when you're on the editing, you can chop those pauses out, right? And then put that all together. And then the big kahuna is live streaming. So if that's something that you want to focus on in a certain month, live streaming is really good as well for your channel because it increases the watch time that you have. So one thing at a time, guys. That I know maybe that's not a satisfying answer, but it really is. It's a stack. You're stacking your wins, right? First video filmed and edited up on the channel. Okay, now I want to consistently make it my goal to release one video every two weeks. So next, try that, right? And then keep doing that, getting better, speaking on camera, one step at a time. It doesn't have to be all of this stuff all at once. So these are all of the things that have really, we've fed into our YouTube channel. It's time, but it's also an investment. Like you're putting this all into your YouTube channel, and that will in turn feed you back. The more you feed YouTube, the more it will feed you, literally, because you'll get money from it. It will feed your business as well. It will feed into your business. And the way we've structured our channel is that we have online courses. We have services as well. So if we created, let's say, a YouTube tutorial, and we have a YouTube course, we will put a link, we'll mention it in the video, and then we'll put a link to that YouTube course in the description for people to check out. So it's all feeding in there. And think of your YouTube channel as every single video is its own salesperson. So you have all these salespeople out there working for you in cyberspace, bringing people back into your world. So this is a question that we get very often. Can you actually make money on YouTube? And the answer is yes. And there's many different ways, though. The reason why there's we have chosen to go into all of these different money-making ways because we like to have multiple streams of income and not just be reliant on one or the other. So the first way is Google ad revenue. That's what I showed you in the beginning there. That's when you make some money on someone watching or clicking an ad that's on your video. And right now, our channel makes, only in Google ad revenue, our channel makes about $1,800 to $2,000 a month, just in Google ad revenue alone. And sometimes, and that will totally fluctuate. Again, depends on what type of videos you're creating, depends on your audience, your content, all that kind of stuff. Another cool thing is as well as you might get a video that does really well that ends up paying you quite a bit that you didn't even expect. So this is Etsy. This is an Etsy video, like I mentioned earlier. This is something that I released earlier this year. And this video alone has produced to date over 4,000 Canadian dollars. So that's just one video. So if you have other videos that people respond really well to and your content is really good, then that's more revenue for you. So that's one stream. Another stream is affiliate commissions, aka joint ventures. So the way that works is that if you're talking about a certain product, you read a book, you took a course, a program, anything like that, you can grab the affiliate link for that product and put it in your description and make some money off of that by recommending it. If someone watches the video and, from watching that video, they really want to get that book, they'll go in the description and purchase it from you. To give you an example, I created a video on talking about Bluehost as a web hosting company, because we use Bluehost. And, I was giving my honest opinion, what I liked, what I didn't like. It's not like a raving review every time, it's just completely honest opinion. But when you put that, we have the affiliate link for Bluehost in our description, and we earn $100 US every time someone signs up for Bluehost from watching that video. Another example, by the way, if there's tons of products on Amazon, and you can grab an affiliate link or create an affiliate link for any single one of those products. So if you're talking about gear, you're talking about specific health products, whatever industry you're in, you can start an Amazon affiliate account, grab the link for that, and put that in the description. And what's really cool is that even if someone clicks on that link and doesn't purchase that product that you recommended, they get cookied for 30 days. So if they purchase absolutely anything on Amazon within those 30 days of clicking on your link, then you get a commission off of that. We've seen some pretty crazy product purchases from people, stuff that we haven't recommended, but they go and buy stuff on Amazon after clicking on our link, and you'll earn commissions off of that. And then the other ways are just, whatever products and services you provide. We have online courses, one-on-one coaching. We do design services as well. And again, whatever video we're creating that's related to that topic, we will put those links in the description. And that's where the system that you're investing your time in, that's where it starts to pay you. So the next slide is this is what I want to offer you. If you want to continue this learning journey with us, and just want to continue learning from us, we have courses on YouTube. We have stuff on video editing, and there's even a course in there on Amazon Associates program, so how to create that account, how to start it up, how to connect it, all that kind of stuff. We want to offer you 2 months free access to our course library, which is constantly changing. Like I said, we're going to be releasing another course later this year. So this is on Skillshare. And the way that it works is, that's the link, by the way, if you want to take part in those 2 months free access. This is on Skillshare. So the way it works is that it's a subscription base. You sign up for that. You have access not only to our courses, but to 30,000 other courses on Skillshare by other course creators. So you can take it for 2 months, and then if you decide it's not worth your value, you can cancel it anytime. Totally up to you. That's what we'd like to offer you today. And also subscribing to our YouTube channel if you haven't done already, if you'd like to continue learning from us. And if you have specific questions that you'd like to get more clear on, like maybe you want to know what is the next step that I should get, you want to describe what your business is and what kind of video ideas you want out of that, what gear you want to get, that kind of thing, then you can hit us up for a free 30-minute strategy call by emailing me over there. Now, I see here that we still have some time, so I want to open it up for asking questions and stuff, and I want to bring Jewel up here because she'll also help with answering questions. And yeah, we can get into the nitty-gritty. Like I wanted this to be a discussion here because I know everyone is at different levels with their YouTube channel with different stuff, different challenges. So, Jewel, you want to come in? And yeah, so yeah, go right ahead.
My question is, you talked about Google Ads.
Yes.
What I wasn't hearing is, how are you getting those specific people to advertise on, like, does Google, how do those people come to you?
Yes.
Okay, so, right, okay. So the question was, how do the specific ads show up on your videos? Are you turning them on? Are you choosing them? That kind of thing. So Google is choosing them for you, but you can make it easier for them when you do proper SEO on your videos. So that Etsy video that Auret created, she used TubeBuddy, and she optimized that video so that when people are running ads who have courses on Etsy or they do consulting on Etsy, they can find her video more easily to place their ads on. And because her video is doing well, they want to place their ads on those videos. And you do need to apply to get the Google ad revenue. You need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time minutes on your channel to be approved. because Google wants to know that you're serious about being in the game of YouTube. So they need you to have that credibility, and so that people don't just start channels for doing whatever. They want to clean up a lot of stuff that's happening right now on YouTube. So once they do that and you get approved, then you turn on monetization for every video that you put on, and then ads just start to show up. And if you're good at SEO, then you'll have specific ads. So when I do my Amazon videos, I have all Amazon ads that pop up, because the people that are running those ads, they know that we can be found on page 1, so they want to place their ads on our videos because we get views. Does that make sense?
So then your ads end up being specific to you because of how you created it.
Yeah, so Google and YouTube, they want everything to be congruent. So when you are watching an Amazon video, they want you to see Amazon ads, because then you're more likely to do something with that because you are searching for that video. So they are working on placing ads properly for each video.
Yeah.
So what is one of the things I personally do is create videos that I share with people cooking or cooking, how to do. But I put a background music. I can dance with it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Google's policy on copyright, like music copyright? I haven't put anything on YouTube just because of that. I don't know what the policy is.
Okay, so the question was about music on YouTube. Basically, how can you not get a strike, or how can you not get banned by using certain kinds of music? My question to you is, the music that you're getting, where are you getting it from? Okay. So you need to make sure that you get copyright-free music. And back then, when we first started, it was very difficult to find copyright-free music, but now there are entire channels and entire businesses dedicated to copyright-free music. So there are artists who will put copyright-free music because they want their song on your video, and in exchange, they'll create the song for free, give it to you for free, but you put their YouTube link or whatever, their Spotify, in the description, and that's the exchange. And there's so much good quality free music right now. And also YouTube has their own free catalog in their dashboard for you to use music. You can type in your genre if you want cinematic, happy, dancing, angry, whatever, and you can choose the time stamp as well. You can put those in your videos and you won't get copyright strikes.
There's also a place in YouTube where you can check the policies for the song that you're using. So sometimes when I have a music channel and I'll do covers sometimes of songs. So I first want to check to see if that song, if I can even use it. And it will tell you whether, you can't use it at all. It'll tell you whether you can use it, but then you won't be able to monetize that video, or it will tell you if you can do like a share, ad revenue share on that video as well. So definitely, though, pay attention to using copyright-free music, and also use that tool to find out whether you can use that. Yeah. Yes.
Earlier in your presentation, you were talking about batching, so recording 4 recordings in one day, and the next day editing, and the next day uploading.
Yes.
Does YouTube have a native scheduler, or put them all up on one day? They're not all going to go live on that day.
No, yeah. So the question was in terms of batching, but specifically about whether YouTube has a native scheduler tool, and the answer is yes. Yeah. So when you let's say you filmed all 4 of those videos, you can go into YouTube and then upload them and schedule them for a specific date and time, and YouTube will keep that video as hidden. Like they won't see it at all on your channel until that time comes, and it will be released into the public space.
I'll add to that.
Yeah.
So we just recently went on a business trip to Berlin for the Udemy Live conference, which is a course creating platform, and we were gone for 3 weeks. So before we left, we filmed everything, edited and uploaded and scheduled everything. And while we were on our trip, because we barely went on our laptop on our trip, everything went out as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you can schedule everything and have yourself covered when you're on vacation or need time off.
Yes.
So
you mentioned about Amazon links are now good for 30 days, not just 24 hours. So what if I'm watching your video and I click on the Amazon link and then I don't buy anything right now and then I go and watch someone else's YouTube video and I click on their Amazon link for something? How does that work? Does it knock yours out?
So the question was about Amazon affiliate links, and if you click on a certain link and then you click on another link, which one is the one that's going to be used? And it's the one that is the later one, the second one. Yes, yeah. And it's really cool because a lot of people don't utilize this. People buy on, like, Amazon is so trusted. People buy on Amazon all the time. I'll be talking about a camera or a microphone and people will buy chips, food, clothing, weird stuff that you can't really even say on camera, and and you get commissions for it. So it's really cool, and it's a lot of people need to utilize that. I mean, you're going to create the video anyways, why not put your affiliate links in them?
What is your sweet spot for minutes on your videos? Like, what's a good time for attention span for your clients? And are different markets different time?
Yes, so the question was, what is the sweet spot in terms of how long your video should be? And yes, it will be totally different in terms of your market and attention spans, all that kind of thing. In the beginning, YouTube preferred short and sweet, or like the audience preferred short and sweet videos. But now what's really getting rewarded are longer videos. People really, it's almost like people are creating like short films and stuff and episodic videos and stuff. That doesn't say that you have to do that, but it basically means that however long it takes you to give the value that you want to give in that video, take that time. Don't be forced to think that, you know, you have to keep it under 3 minutes or something like that. That might be for like a promo video, but for YouTube, you can take longer to film that video.
The video that you saw with the Etsy, the one that earned $4,000, that was about a 20-something minute video. It was a very dry subject of her just going into Paint, explaining the fee process on Etsy. Like, she's literally just making it easier for people to understand, and people love that video. So it doesn't need to be complicated, and if you are providing value, people will watch. And people now, like, everything is documentary style, film style, so people are on YouTube for hours and hours at a time. So as long as you're teaching what you need to teach and you're not bullshitting on camera, then people will watch you and they'll be attracted to your personality.
Yes, Judy.
My understanding is that you have separate categories for your videos. Then you make a batch for this category and a batch for that category. And
Yeah, so the question is, in terms of themes, how do you work with batching your content and working with those themes on your channel? So for us, we have, like I said, four to 5 times we release content on our channel. Mondays is Make That Money Mondays. Tuesdays is Social Media Biz Tips Tuesdays. Wednesdays is about video creation. So Jewel will talk a lot about video editing. And Thursdays is more of a personal side. That's where we release our vlog adventures, tell personal stories, that kind of thing. So when we film, because there's 2 of us, we each kind of have different topics that we like to talk about. I'm not into video editing at all. I don't edit my own videos. She's the pro video editor. So she'll take that day on mostly. So she has, you know, she'll take on Wednesdays and Mondays, and she'll, sometimes other days too, actually. And she won't say, okay, I'm going to just film like 4 video editing tutorials on this day, but she'll look at the week as a whole and say, I need to film 2 videos for this week and 2 videos for the following week. So I can do 4 today. And it's up to you as well how many videos you can film in a day. You know, you can't, like for me, I can't go past 4. I'll feel really drained. And I want to give that energy to the camera. So 4 is good for me. And I film my 4 and then we release that for the next 2 weeks. And the next week I will film 4 videos again for the following week. And it's just going to it'll set you up with all of the content for the weeks to come. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I have another one. When you're talking about that, and that is, you schedule your categories. Monday is this category, Tuesday is this category. They're all under the same umbrella kind of thing, and then you have your social one.
Correct. Yeah, correct. They're all themes that are related to making money online and growing your business for creative entrepreneurs. So on content creation, making money, all that kind of stuff, social media, it's all under that umbrella.
Another thing when I'm filming is, so I usually take the days Monday and Wednesday. So when I'm filming, I won't film a Monday and a Monday. I'll film a Monday, then a Wednesday, a Monday, then a Wednesday, so that I make sure that I've locked in that week. Because, you know, oftentimes you might be filming, like, it's very draining to film, and if you don't get through all your videos, then you've messed up your week. So make sure that when you're doing that, have a system where it's like Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, so that you've got your videos for the week.
Yes, Manpreet.
So have you ever come across a time when you've run out of ideas for content? And what do you do then? Because you have a commitment that, yes, I'm going to have so many videos coming out.
Yes.
One of the places the ideas come from is questions.
Yes.
But have you ever come across a time when you're blanked out?
Yeah, so the question is, how do you come up with so many ideas for videos, and do you ever run out? For me, those moments actually do happen. There's just, so I have learned to keep, and have you guys heard of Evernote? Yes. So I love Evernote. It's like my digital brain. And I have learned that anytime an idea for a video pops up, to put it on there, because when the time comes, you will make use of it. Because I found previously, like when it would come time to me filming, I would spend so much time trying to think of a certain topic or idea, which would take up my filming time. So sometimes I even have the previous day beforehand where I batch those ideas, the batching of the idea production, to say, okay, I know tomorrow I'm going to be filming videos on all of these things. And how I come up with those ideas, it's questions, it's looking at, it's also using that TubeBuddy keyword tool to see, because from that you can see what other people are searching for in your area or in your industry. You can see all of the related searches. So if someone's searching something that you can create a video on it, then that's a great place to get more ideas. I'm going to add that.
For me, with ideas, just to touch upon that, I usually tell our new clients when we're working with them, starting a new YouTube channel, is to do a mind map and write down every little thing about it. Everything, break it down. Yeah. Don't just say, like, if you're doing a gardening channel, don't just write down gardening. Okay, what kind of soil, and go through each video can be about a different type of soil. Break it down. People often think that you need to put everything in one video. You don't. If you watch our tutorials, we have very specific things that are happening in the video, and it's only that one thing. I have over maybe 120 Camtasia videos, because I'm going through every little thing on Camtasia. I could create one video talking about all those things, but then I would run out of ideas. So that's why I break it down, simplify it, and just get straight to the point. People really enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't want to be, but if they come down to their YouTube channel from commercial, let's say, education, and so where is this still this like Google ad revenue or affiliate commissions that will not talk about anything commercial?
Yeah, absolutely. So the question is, if I create a channel on something that's not very commercial, like meditation, will I still receive the Google ad revenue? And yes, absolutely. There's a ton of channels out there on meditation and mindset stuff and all that kind of thing, which people are earning ad revenue on. I think when you, and you can kind of maybe chime in on this, is like maybe when you're using profanity, or when the stuff gets into like nudity and that kind of thing, is when the ad revenue right? I don't know if that's where you might not be able to monetize your channel.
Basically, whatever topic that isn't nudity or profanity or anything like that, you can earn ad revenue because there are general ads that play on every single video. There are those huge companies, Walmart, things like that, that will just spray their ads everywhere, and it will go on every kind of video. And meditation is very popular on YouTube. People love guided meditations. They have great watch time. People are always listening. And also, if the ad revenue, you know, that's something that you can do, but also there's many products on Amazon, you know, like many things that you could recommend, oils, audios, lights, whatever. There's many ways other than Google ad revenue to earn income on your YouTube channel.
Yes,
How,
Roger.
how can I work best with you? How get my handheld into the YouTube world?
So the question is, how can someone work with us and be handheld to get better in the in growing your channel? And that's actually through our one-on-one coaching. So we do offer one-on-one coaching and mentorship where we'll work with you specifically on your specific, like wherever you are, we'll create a customized plan. And whether that's, you know, to get your first video up or to grow your subscribers and views, whatever that is, we'll work with you directly on that. And you can get in touch with us with the email that's on the screen right there.
And just to add to that, those channels, those examples that you saw, those were channels that had never had a channel before.
Yeah.
They signed up for one, didn't have any videos, and the first channel, the product reviews, at one point they were beating us, and they had more subscribers than us at one point, and they had a viral video that went to 3 million views. So it's pretty crazy what can happen. Everyone's results are different.
Yeah.
I find sometimes you got like an anti-comment, like a negative comment.
Mm-hmm.
Will you reply them or just ignore them?
So the question is, what do you do with negative comments? And you will get them. They definitely will pop up. Some people will love your stuff and some people will hate it. It's really up to you. You can, you know, you can either delete it. Sometimes if they're very, very negative, and we have done that, we will delete the comment because we don't want it to create more conversation with having other people chime in and all that kind of thing. We don't want that negative energy to spread, so we just cut it. If it's something that someone just, you know, didn't like something in the video and, you know, it just wasn't to their liking, then we'll just leave it. It really depends. You're the one who goes through the comments more. So.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. So Auret did a video about how to stabilize a camera, and she was stabilizing it with a manual stabilizer. So Auret's a female, and she's talking about camera stuff. So a lot of male comments were coming in saying she doesn't know what she's talking about, this and that. And there was this whole discussion about if Auret was doing it correctly. And there was like a battle going on in the comments of people trying to defend her or discredit her because she was, I don't know, not holding it, or she said the word thing in the video and she didn't use a correct camera term. So people will criticize you for anything. It just comes with the territory and you just have to accept it. So if something's really hateful and disgusting, then yes, we will delete it. But for the most part, we will comment and say, okay, our stuff's not for you, please move on, you know, that kind of thing.
Any other further questions? Or one more question.
You have interest in a couple of subjects, like one science and another subject is completely relevant to science. Do you put all the ideas in under one channel? That's my first question. And second question is, let's say you speak a couple of languages and you want to create content for the other language as well. Do you create a separate channel, or you keep all videos in the same channel as a subcategories, or like a playlist, different playlist?
So we have the question was, if you have different topics, do you create a different channel? It depends. We have a different approach to this than the regular YouTube gurus. They will tell you to create a channel on one topic and stay with that. But for us, we actually don't recommend that for your sanity and mental health. For real, like, because if you do that, people get let's say they create a certain video game on that channel and they only talk about that video game. Do you think that they're going to be talking about that video game for the next 5 years, 10 years? They're going to get people, we go through phases. You don't always talk about the same thing. I'm talking about Amazon right now, but am I going to be into it 10 years from now? No. So we decided to create a channel on us as a brand, us as people, and we evolve, and people have seen that on our channel. So we made that very clear up front in our channel. We could have more subscribers if I only did an Amazon channel. I could probably have 100,000 subscribers, but would I be happy right now? I'm not doing Amazon very much anymore. So it all depends on, we value our mental health. So it's dependent on how much you love that topic and if it's going to be with you forever. For Auret music, yeah, she can talk about music forever. That's her. So that's something you need to dive deeper and ask yourself.
Personal question, yeah. Good. Yes.
The languages, the question is, if you have 2 languages, should you create 2 different channels, 1 channel? So there are YouTubers who do both. So they'll switch. So they'll do 1 video in 1 language and they'll have English translation. And then they'll do it in English, and then they'll have translation in their language. So they interchange it. It's all dependent on how you start your channel. If you start it like that and your audience is used to that, then they'll be cool with it. But if all of a sudden you speak your language and then all of a sudden you change it to English, then they're not going to like that. So you can start 2 channels, but in my opinion, it's very hard to start 2 channels, 2 successful channels. I would recommend doing 1 and interchange them. Or on that day, you only talk about in that language, and on that day, you only talk in that language.
All right. Thank you very much for Roger. I'll invite you back on here, and thank you guys so much for listening.
Great. Great. Press the button. Thank you so much. That was just a mind-boggling amount of understandable information.
Good. I'm glad.
Very well done. And Ion Connect, thank you very much for making this production possible.